Hello and welcome to our new Polytunnel. I don't know if you can hear me, the weather is awful, and then that might answer the question of why it's taken us so long to put this up, because it has been such a wet and windy April. You just need a nice day to do this. So there were times when I thought this might not ever happen, but spoiler alert, we did finish it, and I took some footage all the way through, so I'm going to show that to you in a sec. This is a 12 by 40 foot polytunnel. We got it from First Tunnels, and I got to say, putting it up, it's quite a feat. So we had the two of us. It probably all together, we did bits and bobs here and there around work and whatever else. Between the two of us, I'd say it probably took us 3 full days-ish. But Nigel is very handy. So one of those people, I'm not very handy, but one of those people doing it was very handy, and it took us about that length of time. But that was spaced over 3 weeks, as I say, because of weather. So we are finally done. There's still obviously loads of work to do to get this actually planted up in the next couple of weeks. But first, I'll show you the footage of us putting it up, and then I'll meet you back here in a couple of minutes to talk about some plans for in here. So this is us using string and measuring tape to try and make sure that everything was square, everything was level, and we had the right spacing for all of the anchor plates for where the hoops were going to go. This took us so much longer than we thought it was going to. We really weren't sure how precise it had to be, but in the end we just had to go with our best possible guess. We've abandoned ship. He's still out there. Run, Nigel! Run! The storm passed and we got back out there and got back on it. We did a last minute check on our measurements just to make sure that it was the right width all the way down, and then we started getting the anchor plates screwed into the ground. While Nigel got all of the anchor plates screwed in, I cracked on assembling the hoops. Hey guys, welcome back. We are on day 2 of our polytunnel build. So yesterday we got started, and that involved trying to basically get the pins in, the stakes for where the hoops are going to fit into, and that took so much longer than we were expecting, just because you've got to get it all level, and then you've actually got to get them in the ground, and if you've got any rocks and things to dig through, then that's quite a job. So that was our day yesterday, was getting all of those in and level. And while Nigel did most of that, basically I did the poles. Oh, he's already out here working, and there's poles up. He's cracked on. All right, I'll catch you up in a second. Hey Dad, you all over it? This looks good.
Yeah, it's actually really easy.
Easy peasy.
I did the engines first because it says make sure the screws are pointed away from the polytunnel fabric.
Oh right, so they come through.
So I'll do that before I forget.
Awesome.
You ready to carry?
Yeah.
It'll be much quicker. Do one and the other. Lift your side up a bit. Yeah. And then you just push it in. Thank you. Easy peasy.
That's so cool.
That's so easy.
It's colder out here than I thought it was going to be.
My side's in. That'll be right. Hello anyone?
Right, we've had some lunch. We're back out onto storm braces.
Just at the end, so it's not by very much. It's still a wonky at top.
Oh, it looks better though.
That's loud.
Awesome. Progress.
Yeah.
It's got doors and everything.
Doors and floors. It's got no walls and roof yet. Front door set.
Door, my love. So there was quite a break between this day and everything you've seen prior to this because we were waiting for a day with good weather. They do warn you that you need no wind or as little wind as possible when you try to put the cover on. So basically it just had to sit and wait for a good few weeks until we had this weekend day where we were both free and we could finally get this cover on. So my friend showed up at possibly the perfect timing because the extra pair of hands I think really was a lifesaver here. Trying to do this cover with two people would have potentially been the end of our relationship. We had to take a little break when doing the doors just to reread the instructions, watch the video, make sure we were doing it right, and obviously pet the geese. Then we cracked back on getting the pleats on the end, getting the doorways done. When it was all firmly attached and nailed on, we just had to go around and trim off the excess. So we did it, it's up, and I am so thrilled with it. Oh, the door's just swung open. Haven't got the latches on the doors yet. That's the one last job to do. The weather forecast is looking absolutely shocking for the next few days, but I figure it doesn't really matter because I am going to be in here trying to get it ready because I've got, you know, tomatoes, cucumbers busting out their pots inside. And I really do want to get stuff out here as soon as possible. I think what I'm going to do is bring some staging in here so that the actual plants can come out into here because I've got a lot of bits out in cold frames and things like that at the moment. And then we're going to get working on putting beds in here. I think long term I would love to have raised beds in here. That's not going to happen this year. I just need to get it done as quickly and as cheaply as possible. So I think we're going to go no dig beds down the full length, probably one on each side and then one down the middle. I'll do a more detailed video when I actually start doing it. But first I'm going to go through here and I'm going to dig out every bit of nasty weed because there are brambles, there are docks, there is a load of buttercup, there's a load of ragwort, all things like that that I think, all the things I know have grown up through my no dig beds outside. I'm going to make sure I clear as much of that as possible in here before I whack the cardboard down. But I think if I do a good job of that, I'll save myself work later in the year. So in here, seedlings that I've already got ready to come in here is a load of tomatoes, a load of peppers, cucumbers. I've got some herbs like basil and cumin, you know, the things that are a bit more tender. Everything else is outside, but I'm trying to really use the space in here for the things that are really going to need that extra protection. And then towards the summer, I'll start thinking about what I want to plant in here to overwinter to get a head start next spring. But right now, it's about getting the summer things out of the house because I'm running out of space in there. So the next few videos are probably going to be me getting this space ready. Hopefully it stops raining just so that you can hear me, but hey ho, it's what it is. We'll work with what we've got. So thank you so much. We'll catch up very soon. Cheers.